Um, we are live on YouTube now. We're live on YouTube now. We're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube now. Hello guys, it is Tez here from Megalo Queensville. It's back with another update of stuff going on and what's happening in the world of myself and what's happening with a certain thing you might have seen as a preview on the thumbnail. Yeah. I'll come with that in a minute. But tonight, it's back chat tonight. It's going to be normal chat tonight. It's time for us to have a chat now with what's going on in the world of Queen, what's happening with me, what's been going on, why have I been silent on here for a while? Why there's been no videos uploaded for a while? Well. It's a long story coming up for you guys. Tonight, we're going to talk about an album that I have been producing. As I told you guys, I was doing a project this year that I was going to achieve, and it's a long story. So if you're ready to hear about what I've been up to, then stick around, because I have got just a huge thing to mention, right? But we'll get into everything about it and what we're doing and what's going on and stuff. But anyway, so tonight Mark's here tonight. Hey, Mark's here. That's great. Mark is moving up to he's moving up to the northeast. Would you believe he's moving to Newcastle, and he moves in about a few months' time, and it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be fabulous, and I am hot, by the way, because it's just because we've had things going on, and yeah. So, but let's talk about general things first before we do anything. So, Queen's bits. Well, I mean, the news on Queen at the minute is crap, to be honest. I wasn't really here to talk about Queen, really, because I'm having everything. I'm having a drink tonight because I deserve to have tonight to be a rest night tonight. I have been really cool. Mark says, "Hey, hi, Tessa, little friend." He says, trailer for the new Freddie Mercury film was due to be out late in June, according to Jim Jenkins. Yes, I heard about this. Well, there was something. Well, they did say about this. They said obviously that it was going to be a thing for it and everything else, and basically, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be happening. We need to post it on Facebook, actually. We will be bringing the Facebook guys in as well if you guys want to come and chat for it tonight. So yeah. So if you guys want to come and have a chat, you can. So yeah. So you can come and join me on there now. The link's there for the thing. Yeah. So it's been a thing with everything else going on. It's just really cool. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, again, I'm kind of a bit skeptical about it. I am kind of pretty much happy with this film going out, and this film has been taking a long time to come out, but literally now it's been all sorted and it's doing it as well, which is cool. Just one question remains: is what's going to happen with the music for it? New music is to be redone by Brian. New music redone by not what? Music redone. New music is redone by Brian and Roger to rework on Killer Queen and You're My Best Friend. Well, hang on a minute. Well, hang on, because right. right, okay, this is the thing, right? This is the thing that I can't understand. Because Mr. Mercury wrote the song, and it was one of his best songs ever written, and cool as well, it's been covered by John Landay. If you've ever heard John Landay, listen to his version of it, because his is really brilliant. John Landay's already covered it for his album, Heavy Metal Radio, which is brilliant. So that's a good thing for a start. And the other thing is that, yeah, it would work for the film, and music will be played okay, and everything will be great. I don't know. I kind of would say, yes, it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it wouldn't. I kind of think this skeptical sort of side things going on with it. I'm kind of thinking, is it a risk to record Killer Queen? Is it a risk to do it? Is Brian thinking of doing that? Yeah, maybe. I have no problems. I have no problems at all with. You see, I don't know who the hell's going to sing it though. That's the thing. Is Mark Martell doing vocals? This is my question. Well, Mark Martell is brilliant. He is just an amazing guy. He is amazing. He is seriously just really, really good. In fact, he's got a lot of good talent as what Mr. JSS, Mr. Jessica Soda has already had. So, possibly, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But it is one of those things where it is a binding question to find out what they feel like. Really, they're just going to say, okay, younger generation, aged 14 to 22-year-olds, love Queen, but they love the classic Queen. They don't like the new Queen. Because I've said this many times in my live broadcast, that obviously it's not Queen. This is not a Queen thing. It's never going to be a Queen thing. You know, all right, maybe the name would carry on a lot more, but in my point of view, what they should have done was they should have dropped the Queen name. They should have just dropped it and had B-R, like B&R, B-A-R, Brian and Roger, like B-M-R-T. Would make good for a cover art for it. It would be good. Be good. But I think, from what I can understand, the film would work, and the film would be interesting to do. Just changing the stream first now. General chat was done. So yeah, so that's the thing I kind of would say. If the film gets out, it will be a success. Brian's backed it up. Rogers backs it up as well. What I would really like to see is the press release of this first before anything happens on the day it comes out. I want to see the first review in the Metro paper, and I want to see the first review in the Classic Rock magazine. I want to find out their feelings about it as well, because without anything else happening with it and thinking, yeah, it's going to work out great for it, that it would be possibly things would just go very well indeed. It would move on. They would. My point of view is, if it's going to work as a team and a group, then you've got a good system going on with it. So, in my point of view, yeah, it would work. It would work pretty well actually for it. Actually, but then again, I don't know. Maybe this will be the final decade of Queen, I'd say. Maybe. Queen and Trotface fucking sucks. I don't like Adam Lambert. I said this. I've said this many times in all live streams I've done on YouTube. I don't like the guy. I do agree with the fact that he is a great singer and he is absolutely amazing, but I don't like him. He's too... He is too... He's too involved with so many things that his voice sucks. And if people just want to talk about it, you can. I don't care, because he's supposed to be the lead singer for this group, and he says, "Oh, I'm the best in the world, and it's going to work out great." There's it, bollocks. Bring on 2021. 2021. What's happening in 2021? Well, if it ever happens, it will do. He doesn't suit Queen. He doesn't at all. He doesn't make an image for it. I think when I speak to people about it, they always keep saying, "Who's Adam Lambert? Who's he?" And nobody likes him. I mean, all right, okay. I'll put from one perspective for it. I do respect the fact, right? When that documentary came out, the News of the World one, which is the America one, that was a very amazing documentary ever come out by Bob Harrison. That was fantastic. That was just nothing, just didn't want to touch it. It was just perfect and complete and fine. It was absolutely fine. So it is just the fact that, I don't know, I kind of really wish that they had got another thing for Queen to continue. But obviously now it's not Queen. I do agree. Adam Lambert is not good. Yeah, he's just not good. 50th anniversary of Queen on 2021 is going to be big. Yeah, I heard about the 50th anniversary. It's going to be 50th anniversary of the first Queen album. It's going to be a monumental year for Queen to continue. But like I say, if Brian and Roger want to hang up their head, want to just retire now and relax and just go for the lovely quiet nights in there, let them do it. Look at all the money they've got in the world. They've got that much money. They got trucks now. There's a QAL truck. That is so slanderous to do. QAL truck. I'm being you now. I'm being you. Stupid names, right? Things going on in the world of madness. The film, positive and negative things, but it's up to you guys. So when it's out, I'll probably go and see it in the cinema, and I will give you my overall opinion. But I would like to see the very first press release coming out on anything that comes out in the papers, because I want to find out. I want to find out quite a lot about the paper side of it. And I mean, I've never bought a paper in my life. I've never bought one because I've never ever cared about the papers in this movie. But it's an interesting thing how it actually is made for publicity, and then all of a sudden some people say, because some people say in their wild wisdom to write things in it, a review of it, and say we would consider this being a hit, but this is not how the band. This is not how the band is to be considered to be immortalised on screen. That'll be what will happen in the press. They will do. A full box set of unreleased Freddie Mercury tracks is to be done. They've all demos and reworked music on it. That might be something to do with the box set I've got there, actually, with the Freddie Mercury box set with all of his outtakes. In fact, that box set is my favourite gem of the lot. I still can't believe that was the cheapest I bought it for, £92 off eBay. Still sitting there to this day, and I only display it because it's for you guys. That's it really for it anyway from it, which is cool. So tonight's stream, tonight's stream, I've got some very exciting news to tell you guys, and what I've been up to for the last month. I have been, well, before I talk about that first, because there's a lot of things to say about what I've been doing, because you guys don't know, if you guys on YouTube have wondering where I've been disappearing to and why I've not been doing live streams on here for a couple of weeks. I've been on Facebook doing live Facebook streams, and I was working, well, there's a long story to tell you about what I've been doing, because I have been doing something this year, which has been started off really as a little idea that I just didn't even think about getting back into the studio and recording again. Now, I didn't know. I thought I was not going to be able to have the will to do it, but I'll explain in a few minutes what I've been doing. Lord's tell you. 2021 could be the full Queen Demos in Hyde Park. Hey, I just said that before. But I mean, how can it be Hyde Park coming out on there anyway? It won't get released. It won't. If they keep saying that Hyde Park is going to be the best release they're going to bring out, yeah. Give me something I need to read in print first before I need to do something for that anyway, which is kind of an idea for it anyway, which is what it is. But anyway, that's fine. Anyway, keep your chats coming in, guys. We'll get to more questions of Queen later on. So, yeah, about what I was saying before, what I have been up to, what I've been doing secretly. I have been to a place in Sunderland in Life O'Reilly's, and every Thursday we have Rock Renegade there. And Rock Renegade is an amazing place to go to. It is just full-on rock, full-on classic rock, brilliant metal music, the best stuff you can ever hear. And I had a few weeks with meeting people, talking to people. I didn't know many people, to be honest with you. As it stands out now, is being an amazing place to go to. Which brings me on to this great thing I have been doing, which I am proud of, actually. I have been working with a young girl called Jodie Bradford from Sunderland. And I met her through mutual conversations. I didn't really know her that well. She is the most amazing person I have ever met in my life, who has just been like an angel sent from heaven and has just got the most amazing voice you've ever heard. And she is fantastic. And I tell you, for the past 2 weeks, I've never cried so much in my life. I'm being truthful here. I have been writing on that keyboard over 2 weeks now of music. Now, I didn't think that I would get back into doing it. So I met this girl called Jodie, and what we talked about doing a song called Typical Me, which was this is how the conversation went originally. I was doing a demo the other few days ago on Typical Me, and I wasn't even thinking about even promoting anybody. I wasn't thinking about promotion or CD releases or anything. And we, within about a week or so, I have been blessed with somebody who really appreciates music so well. This girl is unknown, but she's got she had a band. She had 3 bands actually. And I kind of don't know what it is. We kind of sparked off something incredible. And then we talked like crazy on Instagram. We Instagrammed a lot. So we talked on Instagram. We talked on Facebook. We sparked it off very well, actually. So I was at the point of my writing career. I was back into writing, actually, which I've never done for over quite a few years now. And as you all know from my past, I had recorded 3 out of 5 albums of mine, which was unreleased. I recorded Solid Ground, and I recorded the third album, which was never released at all. And they were kind of good projects to do. Actually, they were really good projects when I released them, and they're all on SoundCloud now. So, but some of the stuff on SoundCloud is gone now because we're leaving it blank for certain songs that we are working on. So this is how this came around. I was telling Jodie I was actually writing. I wrote quite a lot of stuff throughout my years, and she's never heard. She never heard anything of me and nothing about what we do, what I was doing, and everything else. And she, it was her idea actually. It wasn't even my idea. It was her idea to release a CD. And things have been bloody emotional for me for the past few weeks. I mean, I have not cried. I've never cried so much within a week, within 2 weeks. The most emotional things that have happened to me has been hard, very hard actually, trying to do a project. So what I have to show you is on the 20th of the release date. Anyway, I'll tell you about the release date. I've done an album for Jodie called this. It is called Dead Inside. This is an album that I've produced and I've written and I have mixed it. I have mastered it, and this only took a week to do all the demos. In 1 week, because all I did, I had no interruptions in this room. My mum was downstairs. I got the keyboard out and I was messing around with it, and I had really enjoyed getting back into writing again. I love productions, fantastic. And this album is the first non-singing album that I'm doing. It's the first produced album that I've done. And if you have followed my live streams for a couple of weeks, you may wonder what's going on. Well, this is where it becomes interesting. So we'll just stop there for a minute. Yeah, so basically we talked so much within a week, and I wrote over 9 songs in a week. So quick, and so timing was perfect for it actually. This album is called Dead Inside. This is the official release for it. This is just the first pressing of it. This is the first promotional copy of it. This is Jodie Bradford. This logo has changed on the album now. This was the rough one. This is hers actually, and this will be signed by me as well. And this is the what was supposed to be called the limited Black Friday edition. I was going to have to get my camera sorted out. This goddamn camera. This camera is really fucking annoying me tonight. Oh, hang on a minute. Keep pressing it on one all the time. Okay, so reaching out, focusing. That's it. The focus now. So that's fine now. Okay, so right. So anyway, so this is the cover. This is the official cover that's coming out. This is called Dead Inside. This is the album title of it. This is the limited Black Friday edition. It was the Black Friday edition. It's been changed now to the limited edition. This is the first one. Sensational new artist in AOR, classic rock, metal, and mixture of gothic. All original songs from the styles of Issa, Revolution Saints, and Jeff Scott Solo. Includes a cover of Iron Maiden's Bring Your Daughter to Slaughter and an exclusive track, The Way We Agreed. And by the way, this picture was when she was going through a depression stage, and this is why she chose this cover. And we actually both of us did agree on the cover actually first. So this is the artwork's based on depression and going through very hard times for someone. Inside, we have the credits for the album. I have I don't know if it's going to focus in pretty well. By the way, this print was accidentally was screwed up. Let me just get my camera sorted out. I wish I had a better camera than this. My camera going to focus this time. Focus? No. Oh, good. No, apparently it does on there. Anyway, so produced, engineered, and mixed by me. Album was mixed by me, recorded at Queen Room, Sunderland. Yay! All vocals arranged by me and Jody Bradford. All songs written by her and me, except track 10 written by Steve Harris. All keyboards programming by Tez. Drum bit is the program I'm using. Vocal arrangements on My Best Days by myself. And I use products of Yamaha, Magix Camp, and SanDisk on it as well. You can't really see that part because it's really black anyway. It just says special thanks to Jody for the vocals. Special thanks to Rock Renegade for supporting the album, and I've also got my email address on there as well. Now, why is it called the Queen Room? Well, something else happened. I've got this. When I got everything back up and running within a couple of weeks, I've registered my name and this room now. It's just going to be a little studio that I'm really going to work, because you all know that I'm doing live streams all the time in here, and the room now sounds really good for recording vocals with it. So we don't have any interruptions from outside or anything. We got some soundproofing now, and we really did. I have got a new the name of the company is ST Productions, which is Tez Super, which is the name that you all know. And I've got that now. Unfortunately, I cannot register the name because there was a fee to pay for it, which I wasn't going to do. But what I've done is I used to work in business management many years ago, and I got back into business management quite a lot. And I've been talking to a lot of people, and I have been really very excited to do this for somebody. This cost nothing, absolutely nothing. I didn't charge anything for it. I did this because this is a girl who I absolutely have to say, she is a wonderful person who, when you meet her, she is brilliant. Very good indeed. We have 10 tracks on the album. This is the back sleeve, by the way, if you would like to know. This is the back sleeve. This is her. I know you can't see from the dark, but it's really, really dark indeed. But that's Jody Bradford anyway. And I really couldn't say anything about it. I couldn't say anything worse about what this album has been a challenge. We've got 10 tracks on the album. We have got all these are originals, by the way. They are not cover versions. Not a single cover version on this album. We got the Pages track 1, Dead Inside the Book track 2, Typical Me track 3, Prairie Dance track 4, Sudden Change of Heart tracks 5, track 6, The Fire and the Flame, track 7, Everywhere, track 8, Deep Inside, track 9, My Best Days, and track 10 is the cover of Bring Your Daughter to Other Slaughter. And the bonus tracks on this release, because there was 2 editions coming out, we are releasing My Best Days, the alternative version, and then we're doing The Way We Agreed, which is a song that I had lingering around for a while. Now I'm going to talk about now the songs and why have I been doing this for someone. Basically, I was my hard drive had a lot of old songs that I had that have never ever been sung on. I've never had any. They've never been released. They've never had any things. And I was writing some new stuff, which to be honest with you, was an amazing thing to do this. It was just very good. And I had so much respect for people who love things done the way they should be done. Right. So I'm going to talk now about a lot of things. So do realise, guys, this is going to be a long story to tell you. So I hope you're enjoying this. So anyway, now she has never ever recorded. She recorded a demo of her drumming. Now, she's originally a drummer. She was never a singer. She was a drummer in a few bands she'd been with, and basically we did the first one I actually did approach her with was Typical Me, because it was an old song from Fame Academy, and I was trying to find out who owned the song and who the publisher and rights were and everything else. Well, nothing came up. So I just thought, just write the song and just do it. That was the first one I sent her, and she loved it. And then I started to write Deep Inside the Book, Dead Inside the Book, sorry, which was going into the gothic side and rock side, because she is a true goth and a true rocker. She is amazing. And I sent that to her, and she loved it. And then I sent her The Fire and the Flame, which was a tribute to Halloween, and she loved that one. I sent her the song that I wrote many years ago, which was Everywhere, and I sent her that one, and she loved it. And then I wrote my, well, it wasn't me, but it was partly written by me and George. George wrote this one, My Best Days. That was the most hardest one to ever record, because so many emotions went through me within that week. And I tell you what, I can't believe I wrote something that was just bloody good, and well impressed. Because that song's really, well, I'll talk about going into songs later on about what they are and everything else. Basically, we really just hit it off so well. We did. We really hit it off so well with it. So she just had the idea to say, oh, you know, why don't we do an album? And, you know, we really talked so much in that week. And she said, we've only been friends for over a month. I'll come up and I'll come and do this to sing. And I went, great. So this album is officially released, and I will give you the release date when it's coming out. Actually, official release date is, well, originally it was meant to be released yesterday, but we've had some issues that have happened, which I will not say on this stream at all, and you will never know what issues are, and that's private. That's between me and herself. But we are now officially releasing this album in 4 weeks' time. So 4 weeks' time. It'll be the 11th of May. 11th of May. This comes out, officially released on that time. We're releasing it on Discogs for £5. This is for the deluxe edition, and we're limiting the CD to 50 copies for the deluxe edition, because you get 2 bonus tracks, which is My Best Days alternate version and The Way We Agreed. And then you will get on the standard edition alternate artwork. You won't get this artwork. You'll get the alternate artwork for it. And the other artwork we're going to issue is the one where she's in the pool, right? And that's the one we're going to release as the standard edition for it, because we had 2 ideas for it. And this has now been on Discogs. If you want to go and have a look at the listing on Discogs, just type in Jodie22. But you have to type it in as Jodie. Was it the symbol thing? Jodie22. So I couldn't really originally put an original name on it, because there was some conflicts with Discogs. But we're selling 50 copies of this one, and we're going to be selling 50 copies of the standard release. And I am really excited to tell you guys that I always keep mentioning about Frontiers Records in Italy, and Serafino is the most amazing guy who you ever get a chance to say, and the catalogue of work that they do is amazing. Now, yesterday we talked about sending this to Frontiers Records. Now, I'm not going to say they should not get a deal, but we don't want to be pressured. because we really don't want that pressure. We don't want it. So we want to keep things simple, fine, and well. Was what we thingied. So we're going to send this to when this album is officially finished, because this is not finished yet. Because Jodie couldn't come in. She couldn't come in for a few weeks because she's had some problems that I won't talk about because that's personal. But we've agreed that she's going to come in 2 weeks' time, and we're going to finish off the album and we're releasing it on the 11th of May. And I've also done some management stuff as well. Yes, don't worry, guys. I've sorted all that out because she has to sign there's a royalties agreement she's got to sign, which I have done, and I have got that approved. And then also, Jodie will be having a karaoke release of this album, a karaoke release of it, and that will be released in the next month or so, which I'm working on actually at the minute. And we've also, exclusively can tell you, if you guys have not followed my live stream, we are planning at this right moment, and this came from an idea from myself. I asked her if she wanted to do a second album, and she agreed, and she loves to do it, and it's all done for free. I did not pay a single thing to do this. I didn't pay anything. I just told her that you've got your mixer here, you've got your studio on the computer, you've got your thing, PC's fine, you've got all the parts that you really need to do, and that for me is absolutely fantastic. And now this label, ST Entertainment, is now on Discogs. It's now licensed on Discogs, so I'm allowed to release her material because I own the work. I own all this work. Jodie owns half of the work because she did write this album. She, at the moment, actually, she's writing. There's 2 songs that she is writing at the moment, which is the Prairie Dance needs to be written because that's a hard one, and Everywhere. And we're going to be doing that as well. Now, we did have an idea to do a video for YouTube for snippets of the album, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. We had a great idea to do that. That's good promotion for us. So we will be doing that video on the week that the album gets officially mixed and officially finished, and then we get it all sorted out. And then we will, on this very moment, we are working on the second album, and the second album is longer. And the music that you hear on this album, if you think about Queen and you think about Freddie Mercury and all the things that happened, I'll have to tell you something. If you want to cry so much, listen to Our Best Days. I can't express how much work that track had did for me in that week. I was just so emotional, broke down so much, just cried so much. Today I cried today. There's a song for the second album which is dedicated to 2 people who passed away. I never broke down. I've never ever in my whole life broke down in tears. Writing stuff so respectful, so hard, and something that was special. You know, the things that you do for people, you appreciate what you do. You do so much. You find somebody who's really sweet and kind and wonderful and just really special. And when I met Jodie, things just, for me, I seem to be turning it to something different now. I think I'm turning it to more of, I'm turning more into sort of like a nice guy now. I mean, before I was all crazy and manic, and I was just, that was me being silly. But right now, I'm feeling like I'm really achieving something that I really would love to do. I mean, I will. The other thing I can tell you is when we are releasing this album on the day it goes out, I've already had high demand for this because there's been people wanting to buy it. And I tell you, from Rock Renegade side of it, the people at Rock Renegade, and I have to say one thing about them guys. To one person, he was a diamond on Thursday. He was an absolute diamond. Couldn't have asked for nice people I've ever met in my life. I've never been treated so nice. I mean, I've been like, I've had times where I've literally just sat here and I've just done nothing, and I just thought, I'm going to get back into what I was doing originally, writing music for people. And I know that sounds emotional, but I mean, it's true, because this is what I was born to do. I was born to have something in my life that I've never had. I was to write music and produce it. And in 2 weeks' time, when Jodie comes in and does the vocals for this, you will see so many emotions that will happen on the day. You will hear an amazing woman who is only 22 years old. She's so young. What a voice. So I do urge you guys, and by the way, Jodie has agreed she's going to sign these versions on behalf of herself. She's going to sign them. We're going to ship these out to thingies. We're going to send this to Serafino and Frontiers Records. Love sending this, guys, but don't get your hopes up too high. Frontiers will never ever say it, but they will like it. And then we want to send one. We do want to send a few actually to Jessica Soto, to Brian May, to Roger Taylor. Oh, this is getting done. Don't you worry about this. This is getting done properly. And then they will get a proper slip. ST Entertainment will have information on the album. And like this today was good, because today having a chance to write something for her was very hard. I mean, I can't express how many emotions that went through today, and I literally have to say that I was in tears. I've written something that's just like 8 minutes long, and I didn't realise I could do it. And I thought about Steve, who I miss very, very, very much. I thought about Freddie, and that was it. It was just really hard to do that. It took me about 3 times to get the piano parts right. It's done, but it needs to be redone again, and I will be singing. So I get so emotional when I write stuff anyway, which is good. The first album, anyway, it's all experiences in Jodie's life, especially My Best Days. That song is just very, very good. If you like Jeff Scott Soto, you'll love that one. That's how the melody is for that. Sing a song. There's a song here called Deep Inside, which is about her stages of things going on in her life. There's a song called A Sudden Change of Heart, which is, from my point of view, one of the nicest AOR ballads that you'll ever hear. And I'm actually duetting on that song as well. I'm actually singing on that. I did a great demo of that the other day, actually, and it sounded very good. And it is really a powerful song. And a song called The Prairie Dance, which is really gothic. Everywhere. If you all know from my past, I did a song called Everywhere on my album Solid Ground, and I've done a complete rework of it. I just love the beginning of it and stuff, and I've done an amazing job of that one, actually. I'm actually on that track. I had lowered my voice down, and I was just being so gothic, and I thought of this sort of thing, and Doc, demons and things. So she's writing that as I speak. She's writing that now, actually. And I'll be ready in 2 weeks' time when she comes back, because she was supposed to be coming up this week, but anyway, the Fire and the Flame is one of my proudest achievements I've ever recorded. It is just so good. It is so good. People have heard that as a preview. I Rock Renegade, one person who really loves like a teddy bear. She is has just heard some of the demos and she loves them. But I want to talk about one track. This is going way past now. This is going into the. This is actually going to be an interesting story to tell you guys. If you've mentioned it on if you've seen my live streams on Facebook for a couple of weeks, I've mentioned a song which I finally got called The Way We Agreed. If anybody on YouTube has anybody on YouTube from days of years gone by knows me, get in touch. Now I'm only joking. There's a song called Where We Agreed, and this was the hardest one to record. And in fact, we were talking last night, and we were saying apparently that The Way We Agreed is one of the best 80s sounding songs you ever like. And it was quickest thing actually ever recorded. Actually, that was like it's a too short song because there wasn't made much lyrics. I had to write some of the lyrics on the album. Jodie's writing the rest of it because I'm stuck with it now. And the Way We Agreed came around was an old song. It was a very old song from 1987, and it was recorded on a little cassette with 3 girls singing on the song, and they had the lyric. You said I could hold you tight, but now I know this just wasn't right. Baby, can I hold you tight? But baby, this just wasn't right. I'll give you anything and more than you need. So just let's settle this the way we agreed. It's all I had. And I started to write the verses, the bridges, the middle eight section. I wrote because there's no middle eight for it really. It's just a basic track, and it sounds. Every time I keep hearing it, it's just wow. Magic is happening so well. So that's why. You guys haven't seen me for a couple of weeks, because I have been working with this lady, and as I said before, we're releasing it. We were talking last night about a second album we're actually writing at the minute, and she's wanting to do more. She's got a lot of good knowledge of music she loves. When I was telling her about like what music she was into, and I thought gothic and rock, AOR and all that, and I told her to listen to a song from Issa, and she's never heard of Issa. She's never ever heard of her. And I said, if you know the song, give me a sign, listen to that. And I'm telling you, when I listen to Talisman, Jeff Scott Soto, Takara, and other bands, this is all where influences of mine have come from, to get influences from herself, and she loves it, absolutely loves it. And I've been, and that's why I've been on Facebook streaming for a couple of days, because I've been telling you guys about the album, what's been happening, what's going on with it, and that's what I've been doing. So that's pretty much why you guys have been wondering what I've been doing secretly. This album. And by the way, I am credited as producer on this, because I did produce this album. Produced and arranged by me. Yeah. Very proud to do something for somebody who I've met, and a massive thing happened, and just good things have happened. Good things have just been so well. And in the week I've done it, and in the 2 weeks I've done this, I haven't had any phone calls from anybody. I didn't have anybody bugging me or messaging me. I just don't know. I just really have got. I've got this thing that I can't really express, because it's kind of you're doing something with somebody. You're going out there and you're meeting somebody. You're going out more and you're meeting things, and you're not staying in a room and writing for over a day of music. I mean, I'm a person who just really, I've just been given something that's been just amazing. So that's cool. Maybe it's something that me and Jodie had in common on the day. It was actually interesting. I said to her last night, you guys have, I feel like I know you so well. You were identical to Chris and Gemma, and you know Chris is You know, he's my best mate I've ever had, and he's just great support from him. And yeah, guys, he won't be coming back on Queensville. Things are changing, and I can't say. That's why things are going to be kept so shush. So anyway, so that's what we do. That's what we do. I have been working on this lovely album called Dead Inside. There is a second album being planned. We haven't got a title yet for it. For the second album, we're going to do a longer album. I think we're going to do probably about 80 minutes worth of music, which I was writing like crazy for the past couple of weeks, and you never know. After the stream, I get the keyboard up and write again because that's what I do, and that's what we do. So there you are, guys. That's what you know now, and as you all know, that this is now this is going to be the new studio. So this is all my music's going to be written on here. I'm still using Magic's, by the way. Magic's studio's been fantastic. We try to get some issues with this at the minute, because last night when I was recording the tribute song, whatever was going on last night was going. I would hear all this hissing on it, and I was like, "What the hell's that noise?" And apparently, the feedback from this is the feedback's great on what you when you record it, but when I was hearing it this morning, I went, "Well, that's better now." So yeah, I fixed it. Yeah, have to turn down the sound on this pretty low, and this one's got to be dealing from it as well, and that's it. So there you are. So there you are, guys. So that's what we're up to. So so the other things I can tell you about this album when it comes out is we are going to do a Q&A session as well. We will do it live on YouTube, but we're not going to do it here. We could be doing it in a location on the day to release, because we're having because what we are going to plan is we're going to plan a lovely on the 11th of the Friday when it comes out. We're going to have a get together, and we're going to talk about, you know, what your experiences are like and how she feels, and what the things. And we're planning that at the moment, actually. So we've planned it already, and the 10th, 11th of April, 11th of May, things are going to be so exciting, and I can't express how much I've done. It's awesome. It's awesome. There's other things I can tell you. I mean, at this moment, Second Album's going to get produced by me. Jodie has agreed to. She hasn't agreed to stay yet. I mean, like, you know, I mean, stay. I mean, she's not in an. She isn't in a. She isn't in a. In like a management contract. She's not with us. She's not. We're not doing that crap. We don't want to do things like that and pay lawyers and all that shit going on. No, I know what I'm doing, because I know all this stuff anyway. I know what businesses. I know about record labels. I know about who runs it. I know how to send stuff, promotion, you know, things going on as well. So we're also having some. We were also thinking of merchandising as well, which was interesting. We're thinking about t-shirts. Dead Inside t-shirts. We were thinking about a lot of stuff yesterday, and we had a very good meeting indeed. I'll tell you what, it was really exciting. So Jodie is going to be doing loads more work. I promise you guys. This career, she's never had a career in her life. She's never ever been famous, but she's when she met me, she feels like I'm really very supportive to people, and I'm giving their advice and stuff, and she loves it. She's a very wonderful person who I have never ever experienced ever in my life. I mean, I've worked with people before. I mean, I used to work with a female, but we never got on very well. We things went very, very stupid, and yeah, so expect to be an album coming out, and second album as well coming out. I'm actually writing the second album already. I started writing that second album before we did the first album. So that's been another week of writing. It's been very good. It's been very good so far. The second album sounds really good. I mean, you're probably going to ask me, well, why not release the second album and first album like together? No, if you do that, you're clashing it. You've got to release something first. Then the second album comes out in August. We're going to have see how this takes off within like a week or so, and then the next few months, Jodie will come back. She's going to come back and do some vocals on the next album. She's writing it at the moment, and she is she's a wonderful person, and she's got the most amazing laugh you'll ever hear on a track. In fact, we're talking about this. We need one of your laughs to come onto to the album, which is going to be good. So we'll see. So big things are happening. Big things are happening now. So this is now officially a studio now. It's going to be now also. It's been soundproofed as well. As I said, I've sorted all the soundproofing out now. The microphone's already sorted out. I'm ordering a pop shield next week, I think. Yeah, I'll have to get it next week because, depends what's happening with the schedule at the minute. So we'll see. So if you want more information about herself, go to discogs.com. I'll leave a link on this video, and you can just have a little look at my profile. It's not a long profile, but it's a short profile anyway. And also you can have a look at my business as well, my ST Entertainment. Also, what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm also going to get a website produced. And Jodie's going to have a Facebook page made, which I forgot to tell her. And I need to find out if she wants that done, and I can get her promotions. And you can also buy the album. And also, if you're interested in buying the album online, yes, I have had people requesting for it, and we're looking into that, but we may have to put it off a little bit. So if you want to purchase the album, you are welcome to, because it's money for me at the end of the day, and it's money you're paying for something that we've done for the kind of generosity of everybody who I've known so well, and nice people who I've met anyway. Right, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about that now. So that's all you know. If there's any problems with any of the release dates, by the way, I will let you know on the live streams. But please, guys, do bear in mind to go to Facebook and my main Test Super account for all the latest information, because that's what I've been publishing by sort of trying to publish-wise, and promoting the album. So just realise, guys, I won't be doing it on YouTube. The Q&A session will be on YouTube, but the Facebook page will not have a Q&A session on it. I haven't got a page for it yet. So it's all sorted anyway. Back to your chats anyway, because we're getting off of that situation now. Good evening to Michael. Mikhail comes and goes. He does. Mikhail is here. Yes. So he's from Germany or Holland or somewhere. And yes, good evening, Mikhail. Hope you're good, mate. I'm very well, thank you. I'm really well. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. Things are good. Lovely smile on my face tonight. It's warm up there tonight. Yes, we're expecting to get a heat wave for the next couple of days. It's nice weather coming up, and our animal friend, who is just over there, off camera, because we have to put her off camera now, because every time the camera comes on, I've got to move the camera this way, this way, because she sees herself just start barking. That's kind of way sort of time she's off screen anyway from it and stuff. There's also another thing I need to tell you guys as well. There is yeah, if you were wondering about what's happening in the stream at the minute, yeah, we are going to be having a few things, 2 changes going to happen in the stream now, and also we were thinking about doing an EPK of the album as well, just to see, who she is, because you don't know who she is yet. But yeah, good things coming up anyway. Right, let's talk about something else now. Let's talk about Angry Penguin now. The video that you guys were supposed to be seeing, the Angry Penguin video. We're still going to do that. It's just a minute. I'm working on stuff at the minute with Jodie, and it's just writing and music every single day. So once I get this week finished, I'm taking a rest for 2 days, because I'm going away for 2 days, and I'm not telling you where I'm going, and you don't need to know where I'm going. So, yeah, I'm going somewhere special. Just going somewhere for a break. I'm going to be working on something else as well, and this thing's just working out so well for me, so it's cool. I'm drinking tonight. I had a, what was that again? Bells and lemonade. It's quite nice actually. Drinking dandelion and burdock tonight. I mean, I've had amazing tea. I mean, I've already had pizza and chips, and I was full. I was full tonight. I was absolutely full tonight. So Mark's been and gone. Mark has been talking about the Queen, the live box set stuff going out. Yeah, Freddie Mercury stuff may come out as well. And if you guys are going to ask me a question, can we hear any of the tracks? They're not finished yet. Sorry guys, there's no vocals on it. You will hear the. We are going to try and release a YouTube video, and you can see the preview tracks for 30 seconds, and you decide which ones are the best, and then we will get a lot of people asking for this, and they'll be thinking, great. For the YouTube, I was just trying to think, actually, the YouTube release, we are thinking about doing a video, a lyric video, which I'm going to produce anyway. With him, we're doing a lyric video for one of the tracks, but we don't know which one yet, and that's something between, well, not between the two of us, but it depends on how well the album sells, and then we will release this. We probably will release a song. So you never know. More information on this anyway on my Facebook page, guys. As I said, I won't be talking a lot about it on there, but yeah, good things afoot. So, anything else I need to talk about? Yeah, I've got a list here actually. What I've just got to mention here. I will be here until like 9 o'clock. So we've got like, how long have we been streaming for? An hour. So we've got 45 minutes left. 45 minutes left before we go. And I'll keep you guys updated on what it is. Let's talk about, yeah, Angry Penguins already sorted out. Yeah, I've still got the video. I've still got the videos of what it is. It's just that because my editing software is not on there. Oh yeah, another thing I need to tell you guys is, this is interesting. Which we'll get to anyway in a minute. Tez, did you what? Tez, did you see the live Q&A session Jeff Scott Soto did on 3 weeks ago on Facebook? I did. It was brilliant. It was very good actually. And I am gonna send this album to Jeff. But I need his address. But I'd love to send it to him, and I think he would love it. So I am getting this shipped, because I'm shipping this album basically. I'm going to ship this album up to Frontiers Records, who are having it first, and then they're going to give us a bit of feedback for it, what it's like, and yeah. What I can tell you is, going to the second album, because this is what we're writing in a minute. We're just gonna make the second one longer. This is just like the first album she's doing, and it's just all influences from what I've loved, which is 80s and gothic and rock and metal and things as well. But here's something exclusive I have to tell you guys on the second album. Today, I've demoed a song called Time Rider. And I tell you what, if you ever get a chance to get Jeff Scott Soto to do metal and rock songs, he is brilliant at them. He is fabulous. This song, Time Rider, I've written and I've demoed it today. It's going, we're going way back to the days of, if you remember that album he did with the Bag of Mice from Mars album, that is kind of where this song's come from. It's come from all like 80s TV shows, and you would think it would be a TV show sort of song, but it's a song I've written, and I've got it up on my phone actually, which is called Sound Recorder, and I demoed it today. I've already I've still got it on pause actually, and if you can see on my phone there, yeah, pause. It's basically what it is. Everyone's gonna, when they hear the song, they're all gonna think, why does it sound TV themes? Someone should pick it up and do a show call of it anyway. But I demoed it today, and it sounds incredible. It sounds really good. So that's for the second album anyway. And then we're putting some hidden tracks on the second one as well, because there's some hidden tracks that we're currently, because I know how to do them anyway in the studio. When I get all the tracks mastered, I put them into the studio, and then you're thinking hidden tracks, and there'll be a few hidden tracks in there, which is going to be really exciting and stuff as well. But it is a longer album. This one, it's a very long album, but it's yeah, it's cool. I keep talking about this anyway, but obviously it's just something that's good, and it's cool, and I'm not even getting questions about it. Nothing. I feel like I've actually damaged my eye for some reason. It's getting warm in here, actually. It's just warm tonight. I think I've got heating on for some reason. It's cold in here. So yes, Michael, I did watch his Q&A session. He talked about Talisman. He talked about saying that he wanted to do a Talisman album. You never know, that may happen. If it ever gets happened anyway. But they've got to find a right bass player for it to come and do it. He also talked about Takara live CD, if there was anything live. There wasn't anything really much of the Takara stuff anyway. Although I do love the Takara stuff. It's great when he's two hearts together, just like you and me. I love that track. Yeah. So it's yeah. So yeah. He's got a lot of things he's played them in. Sons of Apollo. He's continuing that. He said he would love to concentrate on that more. And the Wet album was released, and I have heard the Wet album, and it sounds different. It sounds a lot different than the previous two albums. It's not like they're repeating anything. They're going for they're not going through a new direction. They're going from something else, which is cool. I know that Work of Art was scheduled to release an album, but they have been delayed. But they don't. But Frontiers doesn't get pressurized. They don't go, you must release this album in this day, and they don't do that. They let you get on with it, and the band decides when to release it. You give them a date and they say release it on that. You don't get pressurised by them. No, they're never pressurised. Frontiers Records is still successful today to continue new artists, and amazing releases that come out from them. Right now, I mean, I've never heard so much music this year. Dirty Thrills. Have you ever heard Dirty Thrills before? Like Led Zeppelin. Check out the song by Dirty Thrills called Lawman. That's going way back to Robert Plant days of Dazed and Confused. So check out the song Lawman by Dirty Thrills. It is a phenomenal song. So do listen to that. But Frontiers Records has done so well. The past 20, 30 years, they've just been a successful label, little label, big name, but unknown names, unknown artists. But then again, magic happens. And that's my new saying now, actually. That magic happens every time, so it's cool. And yeah, and it's just nice to have and stuff. It's cool. The best melodic rock albums I buy are on Frontiers. Here's something that you guys. Here's something. This is Jeff's album, Beautiful Mess. This album is what he considers to be his worst album ever made. It isn't. It's actually brilliant. This album. This is Frontiers' best release ever. Came out 2007. This came out, and it was 2009. It came out. I think it was 2009 it came out. But he did do a good album. This one was his best-selling album he ever bloody made. But Frontiers was worried about it in case he was going to say, well, why is he gone from being the metal rock guy and he's doing now like this? Well, this was AOR music. It's AOR rock anyway. So yeah. But this is actually where I get all my influences from to write stuff. It's off this guy here, because this album was the one that started me off with ballads. AOR, brilliant songs. I'll just say probably Crimey River's good, Gentile Sky's good, Hay's good, Broken Man's good, Mountain's good, Our Song's good. Eyes good, Bringing It Home, Testify is cool. Wherever you want to go is good. Kick It is good. Heart Starts Healing and Take You Over With Me, which is obviously the most amazing ballad ever freaking written by him. And Heart Starts Healing with Sam Grove's less involvement with it. Which I don't think them two really got along very well, to be honest. This is a good album by Frontiers, the best one I ever go for. The other ones I love at the moment, actually, I just love that album by. Well, this is new album is out now. I've also loved the New Revolution Saints album. Is incredible. It's brilliant. I've also liked who else did I recently get? It's Revolution Saints band called Crush from Finland. Very impressed with that album. Very impressed. Jodie would like that actually. She would like that album actually. I need to play some of this stuff when she comes up anyway. And all the best stuff from them is great. Brilliant. Beautiful Mess is great. It was released as JSS, but under his full name. Yeah, well, a very good story actually about that. If you've ever seen the that edited version of the Beautiful Mess for EPK, I'll tell you how that came around actually. Now, if you go back to, let me see, because I have all the Tasman albums in here anyway. Now, if you go back to the album of, no, I'm just trying to find his solo stuff. Let's see. No. Let's see. Right, let's start off with this. This is how it started off, really. It's because this logo was designed by Richard Mace, who did it. They used his name, Jeff Scott Soto, on it, obviously. But what Frontiers did, by arrangement with this, right, it was, all it did on this one was, because they took influences from this album and the other albums as well. It does so Jeff Scott Soto. I mean, this album is his best one he ever fucking did. I mean, this one's brilliant. I mean, full on Queen. Fabulous, man. Fabulous album. That's brilliant. The reason that Frontiers did is that they didn't want to advertise it as a rock album. They didn't want to advertise it as a classic rock album. They wanted to classic something that was unique for Jeff to do. When Richard Mace did the logo for that, they just said, let's just release it as that, but let's just get people to know who he is, because nobody knew him at that time. Nobody knew who he was. I mean, everybody keeps saying, well, who is he? And this stuff. So when that came out, they were rivaling about the fact that they were being very careful about it. But it was never meant to be released on Frontiers. It was meant to be released on his own label. But unfortunately, something happened at that time, and then Frontiers picked it up and they released it, and it sold bloody millions. Bloody good. But all the Jeff Scott Soto stuff I have on CD is incredible. It's so good. His albums are really good indeed. But I don't play CDs anymore. I've gone download now. It's written more to my computer. But all them CDs now actually go to Mark. So Mark's getting all them Jeff Scott Soto CDs and Townsend CDs, because I have them all on my computer now, and that's all I have, which is good. And I'll also be having Jodie's 2 albums as well, because I did them anyway. So that's in their memories just to really treasure so well and cool. So that's good. But yeah, I do agree. Yeah, Beautiful Mess is a brilliant album. It was released as JSS, but not under his full name. It's not really different. It's just the fact that what he was doing when the 21st Century song came out. It was just a way of finding if he was going to be the next Lenny Kravitz. But technically, he didn't want to do that sort of level of what Lenny. I mean, he hated Lenny Kravitz for a start. He hates him. But he always says Prince is his most favourite artist that he will ever get influences from. That's how the album has been a bit of a Prince kind of melodic rock, melodic metal, rocky sort of thing. I mean, our song on that album is brilliant. It's got, don't believe in a love song. because it's thinking about you and me. Now you know that. And the ranges on that, it's great. And that was before even his voice got lowered, and it was just going that time as well. And yeah, he's really really good. Jeff's just such a sweet guy. He's brilliant. I think he's doing another live stream probably on Facebook anyway soon. But Jeff watches my streams. He watches Queensville a lot. He just watches Queensville a lot, and he's really really good. So yeah, so it's cool. And yeah, that's how I get over my influences from. It's just from listening to AOR music, listening to thingies. Yes, and you guys will probably be asking the question: do you listen to anything else? Yeah, I do. I mentioned this last time on my last stream. Classical music, because it's really nice. Charty stuff from the 80s is dynamite. I don't listen to new crap. And I know I don't like it. It is just horrible. It's weird. Today, I was shopping today, and I was in a shop called B&M's today, which if you've ever been to B&M's, it's just a good shop to be in. What the hell they were playing in there was, what is this crap? And there was some band that came on singing about, some band that came on, and I couldn't understand what they were singing about. They were kind of singing about happy days and sunshine and getting all happy and nice. But how can you express something in a song like that when it's crap? And then I went to the next shop, right? Bear in mind, I mean, these are unknown artists, and I don't even know they're there anyway. This next one came in, and in that shop, it got worse. And there was a girl thinking she could sing, but she can't anyway. She was kind of trying to be very quiet on the microphone. I couldn't hear a thing what she was saying. She was trying to talk about something. And I was like, no thanks. I don't want to hear about your life. I don't want to hear about your life story. I want to hear about Gothic. I want to hear rock. I want to hear what they express from them things. Anytime you go into pound shops and listen to music like that, tell them to take it off and just put some AOR music on. That'll get your day sorted out, and it'll just be like Jeff's song. When he wrote that song, "Take Me Away From You," which he was never meant to release anyone in Japan, because for some bizarre reason, I think it was secretly an idea that Frontiers did not want it on, because Chimera originally, well, he originally wrote it for Chimera's album, but he never recorded it until that when he put a Damage Control album out. It was only released in Japan, and it was really, really, it was a song that I think somebody asked him to do it, and I think he wanted someone to do it and stuff. But you never know. Anyway, I like some new stuff that's released. Michael, seriously. Listen to Issa's albums. Listen to Revolution Saints' new album. Listen to Frontiers' best work ever done. I mean, right now I've heard a song this week from I've actually heard a band this week, which I was asking Pinky to play, but he couldn't get it because unfortunately it was released as a promo release. Kickin' Valentina, Eat and Run. It is one of the best rock songs I've ever heard in my life. So cool. And also, if you hear a song called Ragnarok by Seven Witches, that is really good indeed. Really good. I like the new Paramore album, but it's done in the 80s style. Yeah, I heard mixed feelings about that. I didn't get any more of their albums. They're an alright band. Maybe the early stuff like Misery Business is really good, and all the other great metal rock ones. But I really, really, really keep away from albums that I've got to feel the way. I mean, I really liked Hailstorm, but I got off them. And I mean, the reason that I've gone off them is because I don't feel that's the music I really want to listen to. Sorry. Drive Yourself did a great new album. I heard about this band. Now, you see, the thing about me is, right, I'd like to hear something of their albums before I download them, because I get wary about them and go, is it worth it? Is it freedom? I'm thinking, maybe. I have to see a video first of it. I'll have to see, but I'll give it a try anyway. I haven't heard anything from Frontiers for a while anyway, so I'll have to go and listen to some of their stuff. I have heard Issa's new single. That is brilliant. The new Taiketo Live CD DVD is good too. The Taiketo, that album that brought out that Reach album, is phenomenal. Phenomenal. That Reach album is brilliant. It goes right back to the times when Taiketo was trying to be a for it. But that song Reaches, when I play it to my mate Steve at the place I used to work at, he loved it. And that's just like, and the lead, that Danny Vaughan guy, he's great. Actually, I like the last track on the album, The Run, is a fucking phenomenal track. That is really good, and I love the way he just says heavy something and metal, and he says metal. He just expresses it in a different way, and it's brilliant how he does it on that vocals. And The Run is such a good song. And I'm trying to get Jody into all this AOR stuff as well, and I'm trying to get influences to doing this album anyway from it, which is cool. So I do love Frontiers Records so much. I love them so much. When I mentioned it to Joey last night, and I said, "Have you ever heard of Frontiers Records?" He says, "No." And then Owen was saying, "Frontiers Records." He says, "We're labelled in Italy, but they are brilliant." I says, "They are such respected guys, and Serafino's just a fantastic guy." Anyway, I think we'll go on for another half an hour, I think, and we'll talk about some more. Just trying to think of some other things to say. I don't really want to talk about a lot of studio work, because that would bore you so much and go, "Oh, tell us about there's any new songs coming out, any new ones you've written and writing and stuff as well." There's a lot of things I have been going back into the vaults, and I've dug out Getting Better. I've reworked Getting Better actually in a Brian Ferry version. It's sounding fantastic. I've also recorded Driving Down the Road Again. That's actually on SoundCloud now. I've done the demo, the instrumental version of that. I've done that song just sounds really good. And then yeah, I've gone back into the vaults a little bit. I've gone back into the vaults of the songs and stuff. I'm actually working on a demo. I did a demo many years ago, but it had never seen the light of day at all. And that was called Rockaway. And we're writing that one at the minute as well. Yeah. And if you guys are wondering, do a live stream of the studio work you're doing on it. Yeah, may do. But I don't want to, because I'll start crying a lot and I'll get emotional. And I don't want to do that. But what I will do, when its album comes out, is we're going to show you how I did it, how we did the album, how the album was done, and we are going to do proper one of it. Show you behind the scenes and show you how the album was made and what I used and what we originally did in it as well. There's one program that there's something that I'll talk about in a minute. Actually, let's talk. Dario Molero's Crossbones Rock the Cradle album is great. It was singer Carl Sentence from Persian Whisk and Geezer Butler Band. All right. Oh, that sounds very good. Oh, I'll have to get it. I'll have to get that one. Yeah, Rock the Cradle. What was that? Rock the cradle of love. Rock the cradle of love. It's a cradle of love. Rock that. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. So yeah. So there's some songs I have in the vaults that are that I took my hard drive on the other day. I'm working on some other stuff now, which Jodie hasn't even heard them yet. She hasn't heard the next album anyway, but she's just really really incredible, really nice person. So yeah, so it's just been an amazing 2 weeks to finally do something with somebody at last. After all these years trying to find somebody who you do demos for when you're trying to do them. So, I mean, I still sing. I mean, I love to sing so much, but I'm not really. I mean, I'm not the best singer. I mean, I'm good at vocals and I'm good at demos and I'm good at doing it. But trying to get the high ranges is hard. It's just very hard. I used to sing really high, which I can still do. But I mean, I can still do somebody I love, which is really high. But right now, you kind of think your voice may just go down a bit more, and it's kind of just, as it is. My dog's asleep. She's been playing with a new ball today, and she's literally knackered. Yeah, Devon is now the permanent residence of this place now. She sits in the studio a lot. She just sits in the studio and just lies the door to bed. And then when Jodie comes in, she will just be in this room, sitting on there, microphone in hand, or stand there. Which in fact you have to stand there. That was part she can stand there anyway. And yeah. So yeah. So that's why, guys. That's why everything has been kind of just been very quiet for a while. I've just been working on so much, and I mean, you probably will not see a lot of more live streams for a while now, because I've got business stuff to sort out. Especially with Jodie, especially with promotion. Blah, blah, blah. I've got nothing to sort out anyway next week. Next week's just chill week, but next week is kind of me going to I've got to do things next week, which is business wise. I mean, I love to talk about them. Fortunately, I can't release anything yet, but we're getting just an amazing thing happening. It's just good. So yeah, about the printer, by the way, interesting stuff about the printer. When I printed off the cover for this album, I was trying to find a way how to do booklets and stuff. Like you had like this part to print, and you were trying to figure out how do you print on that side. Yeah. Well, apparently, when you print this side first, you put this side that way to print it out on the opposite side of this part this way. So you're getting like the same thing, but you're going to be doing it. I'm sure this has been doubled twice. I'm sure, as I said, I'm sure there's other faults actually, because I can see from the printing on here, it's kind of, I can see the red text on this, and I think it's overprinted the thing on it and stuff as well. Yeah. So look out for a making of the album. Look out for a making of the album. I will do a video of that soon anyway, and I will. We're also going to. Yeah, we're gonna have a Q&A session as well. We're gonna do that. We might actually do it live in a different place, not here, because we're gonna have a big. Just gonna have a nice thing. Yeah, and it's all sorted out. And that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've really enjoyed all the questions, and thank you very much indeed for tuning in. I have had a great stream, and thank you so much to people asking about where I was and if I disappeared. I didn't disappear, guys. No, I have been working on an album with a person, and it's just been a brilliant experience. Been fantastic, and yeah, and the making of the album, it will be done. It will be live streamed. We might actually. I had an idea actually. We might actually do a live stream of that making of the album in the week that we do the vocals. That's a good idea actually. So look out for the making of the album Dead Inside, and then also you'll probably get previews of the next album coming out as well that we are looking into. It's looking good as well on it. So hopefully when that comes out, this will be a success. It's good. It's good. But the Queen Room is now officially a studio now. It's still a studio. Actually, all the information's on Discogs. If you want to check out more information about it, there's going to be a Facebook page. It's going to be there's going to be a Facebook page of this room and what's all about. It's going to be a Facebook page made. There's also going to be information about upcoming releases from the label. If oh yeah, here's another thing as well. If you guys want to know more, or if you are wanting to have an album produced in rock, AOR, 80s, then give me an email. Give us an email. Send me something of your own. The only thing I won't do is that if I do albums for people, I will never ever do chart stuff. I refuse. That's not mine. I am AOR, AOR music, classic rock. Just influences from that. It's just what I do. So please bear in mind, guys, that if you are single singer thingies, that's what I do. I'll never listen to chart stuff. Can't stand it anyway. It's because it's fucking headache. It's shit. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to have a rest now because I am tired. You'll probably realise, yeah, are you going to get the keyboard out after your live stream's over? Probably might actually. Not tonight though. I think we need a rest because I've had an emotional two weeks. Has been so emotional to do stuff. It's just a good process to do really for it, and it's just really good. So yeah, so cool. So get Dead Inside, get this album, get the album on the 10th of May. It'll be out, and you guys buy the album, and as I say, we will let you know on Facebook. Facebook's the first to know what's happening with the album and stuff. There was a live stream yesterday. If you want to go see that live stream from yesterday, after the stream's over, go to Facebook, Tez Super, and look at the latest live stream I did for the release, because it was a very it was a very good thing that happened, and things as well. So that's cool. Next, Queensville. We're in April now, so we'll be back with Queensville. I'm actually just trying to figure out the date for this. This will be the last live stream we're going to do for now. The next Queensville is scheduled to be May the 14th. May the 14th is when the next stream will be available. It'll be actually put on straight after this video's done. May 14th will be the next live stream, and then I'll give you updates on album release, give you updates on everything else. What's been going on? You know something. We will get the Queen news as well next week as well, because Queen news will be exciting next month, and we're looking forward to that as well, which is cool. All right, guys. Well, so thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, tonight. I've really enjoyed the live stream. So that's what's been happening, and I just want to say that I'm feeling great. I feel a lot better now. I'm so glad I wasn't in a place where I was relaxing a lot and I wasn't doing anything. I had to do something. I had to get out there and do something for it, and and then when this came up, this opportunity to come up and do it, and now I have the Queen Room now officially as the studio thing. It's great. It's great. It's just nice to have something to do and not get into a mode of boredom and videos and crap, So, that's what I love to do. It's great. Wonderful. Okay, guys, that's it. That's definitely it now. See you guys on the 14th of May for updates on Queen news, everything else, and until then, I'll see you guys then, and see you later. Good night.